3v3 faction war Leyrus Jungle Gate Space Marines versus Eldar Game 3 blue team. It's NoisyElmo as an Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. This is Imperial Fist DLC. Alongside, Angry Bird is a force commander, fights in melee combat, very good offense, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. And rounding off the blue Space Marine team is Final Push as a Techmarine, starts out range combat, does some good damage, can also support with structures, build turrets, repair and deal with enemy vehicles quite nicely, taking some early fire from the Warlock but returning fire with that bolter, doing a lot of damage as you can see there. And red team again going for triple Warlocks, Illethor taking a lot of damage but does finish the cap. Toilailee and Adila, these guys are melee commanders with very good mobility and disruption, also tank damage with the right war gear. Looks like Adila is up against the Apothecary on the western lane. Toilailee pushing through mid at the start. Angry Bird does take the VP, and now we're going to see Banshees. Wow, I was about to say we're going to see Banshees disrupted by the Force Commander, but the Warlock just jumped on his face. And now the Tactical Marine's in trouble. 468 500, pushing Angry Bird all the way back near his base there. Can he get a model? He does get a model. Pretty unlucky for Angry Bird, was right near the base there. Didn't want to retreat because it would have taken extra damage. There's the battle cry for the Force Commander, but it's wasted. Nothing around to be inspired, and he doesn't hit the special either. What is the Warlock doing? Gets a very strange leap there as he retreats and gets away. 468 498. Tactical Marines alongside their Techmarine hitting power with their bolters, though not the most efficient way to do it. Illethor with Howling Banshees into some Rangers, seen a lot of good the Ranger play so far. This is the deciding game, of course. It's 1-1 in this isolated faction war series between Space Marines and Eldar. No longer the league format. Read the description for details, etc. NoisyElmo knocking Adila all the way back to his base here and starting to bash power with shotguns and bolters and a chainsaw for good measure from his Apothecary, but he's been suppressed and he's got his vials on the way. We saw them doing fantastic work in game 2 to help the Space Marines to victory there. 468 485, so 2-to-1 cap. Maps, by the way, are chosen at random. Force Commander's gonna go down here. Yes, he does. Those Banshees, do they get away for Toilailee? 682, they do not get away. Again, he loses his Banshees relatively early on, got doubled there down those stairs, and the Techmarine will be able to revive the Force Commander, yes, and levels him to 2. Tactical Marines now capping here. Are they going to push through, put a bit of pressure on this VP? They are. There are some scouts from Angry Bird. Illethor not wanting to engage their 2 players. He's going to try and wait for Toilailee to come back out of base if he can. Adila with a 1-1-1 build. Guardian Weapon team, Rangers and those Howling Banshees. We might see channeling runes to try and negate the damage from those vials on his Banshees, try and tank that damage. Aspect is cancelled for them. What's he gone for instead then? Not sure. That was odd. Hollowfield's up on the Rangers. East side being taken by Tactical Marines. Here are Dire Avengers coming out of infiltration. Kinetic Pulse setting up the grenade, beautifully done by Illethor, and takes out a model, perhaps slightly unlucky, only to take one there. Scout squad with shotguns and their sergeant for final push. Mastercrafted bolter using the high powered shot on those Banshees, that instant on demand suppression, and there's a shotgun blast for good measure. Didn't knock down all the models though, and they are forced off eventually. Good Banshee negation there, but here comes double Dire Avengers from the flank of these Toilailees. They are with aspects on both of them, trying to chuck some grenades around, but they missed there. These guys should both be forcing melee combat, and now they are taking out a couple more models on these Dire Avengers. Rangers getting shots in all the while, and Tactical Marines here forced off. Can they cap? Are they even going to try? He knows Rangers are here. There's a kinetic pulse. That disruption from range, so powerful. Can he get a model here? Final push seems to be in 2 minds, but does retreat them in the end. Force Commander capping central wreck point. Purification vials. Bang. backing off the Warlock, and they did take down a Banshee model. As you can see, the whatever it is follows the models around. Doesn't seem to be doing damage now though. 468, 456. Shuriken Cannon, as you can see, pathetically bad at damaging structures, making a meal of dealing with this node here. Dire Avengers are not firing for whatever reason, but down it goes. Merciless Witchblade is up for the Warlock. I'm sure he's going to want to use that ranged attack to disrupt that. Apothecary doesn't want him throwing them vials. 468, 443. I think that was recently adjusted so that he doesn't do his special attack as often as he did, and hence knocks back less often than he did. 1-to-1 cap. Beautiful setup again for that grenade. Wow. Set up with the kinetic pulse, takes down an assault marine there, and those tactical marines lucky, incredibly lucky to get away with that on model loss. Some awesome play again from Illethor. 468, 436, a 1-to-1 cap. Techmarine level 2. As he used the high powered shot he must have. You see him there, he turned around, got a couple of bursts in and took down a Banshee model or two. Good play there from Final Push. Force Commander with that chainsaw of his, 40 DPS going after the Warlock. Artificer and Iron Halo up again for Angry Bird. Look at this, 4 Ranger squads on the field. Double for Illethor, he's used them very well so far. Look at that, 2 volleys on the Techmarine there, battering his health down. Force Commander making sure those Rangers do not turn around, and now chasing down the Warlock, who turns, gets a special attack which won't knock him down because that shield is up. He is draining energy though with that Merciless. Warlock very, very nearly level 2, but he's going to be forced off here, I think. Or is he? Here come Dire Avengers from the flank. But Toilailee is forced off. Double Rangers a bit too far back to help out against that Force one. I'm not sure they would have been able to sway that engagement in a way. Dire Avengers do get away. Techmarine almost going down to range of fire, but does get away himself. Dire Avengers capping. Wow, it is fully genned up power farm in mid. Very rarely do you see that this early on this map. It's been stolen. Are they going to node it as well? They do node it. Here comes Angry Bird with Assault Marines, Tactical Marines, and fully upgraded Scouts. Well, they might not be fully upgraded, might not have their elite training. Of course, Commander chasing off these Dire Avengers. There's a Kinetic Pulse. And full retreat from Toilailee. And NoisyElmo doing well on the west side. Purification Vials going in. But he misjudges that. Shotgun Blast knocked everything out of the Purification Vials. And he in fact full retreats there. And I'm quite surprised to see him do that. Maybe he didn't think that Shotgun Blast was going to do what it did. Tactical Marines decapping mid. Those guys have a flamer, do they? No, they don't. Seeing things injured. Assault Marines jumping and then backing the hell away. You might see the Witchblade of Kernus on Illethor to counter-initiate those Assault Marines. Banshees with the aspect of strength. You see the X up there with her spear, trying to take down the Force Commander in retreat. Surely the Warlock's going to be able to turn around and smack him. Yes, just about got in there. Rangers also getting a shot which might have helped. 468, 394. Should be able to revive the Force Commander there. In fact, he's just been... oh, he's just got Lariman Blessing, I think. Or did he just get repurchased? Not sure. 462, 394. I think that was Lariman's Blessing from NoisyElmo. He has that Anointed Power Axe up again. Assault Marines with a Sergeant. He has Sniper Scouts. He has Shotgun Scouts. A pretty versatile army here. And Flamer Tactical Marines with a Sergeant also. Big melee, big infantry army, I should say. 449, 394. Armored Apothecary on the way, as you heard there. Eldar still have this central power. So they have 3 full power, do they? Is this one full? It is now. 439, 394. Assault Marines forcing off Dire Avengers. There's a nice grenade though. But these guys tanking everything and forcing off those Dire Avengers also. Force Commander knocked down. What the heck knocked him down there? 431, 394. Space Marines edging forward, but those Assault Marines badly forced off, and in fact they wipe out there. Angry Bird just pushing his luck a bit too far, ran into 2 Falcons with kinetic pulse and grenade to support. And the force one is going to go down as a bad engagement for Angry Bird. Is that going to cost his team? Tactical Marines' Sergeant having to back off. We might see a decap on this VP here. Space Marines still have the east tied up. Not sure why Red Team aren't quickly sending something up here to cap it. Now they are. Swift movement global, I think, from the Warlock. Yep, you see all this stuff moving faster. Affects all of your allies as well. So really good global. 431 374. Angry Bird going for a Predator tank. Looks like final pushes as well. Yep, we're going to see a pretty quick Predator tank here from final push. With just double tactical marines. No war gear on these guys. Just sergeants. That master crafted bolter. And some scout upgrades. That is all he got. Banshees might wipe these guys though. Shotgun blast does go off. Doesn't knock them over for whatever reason. I think they were in the middle of attack animations, but they did get suppressed. That Falcon is there. Not sure if it's close enough for those Banshees to reinforce. I think it is. Yes, it is. Now they're out of range though. And a pretty good little firefight here. All those tactical marines. There's that heavy cover as well from these tank traps that they can get behind. Infiltrated Falcon. Eldar retaking this eastern side. Grenade just about dodged, I think. Oh, we're going to see some Dark Reapers here. Tactical Marines need to get behind cover. They're tanking a lot of damage with Animation on No Fear, but they tanked so much more if they were behind this heavy cover here. 387, 367, ouch. Down goes the Sergeant. These guys also not getting behind cover here and are forced off. Falcon doing good work. Double Falcons, that's not easy to deal with. Will be when they get a Predator tank though, and here is one from final push. Autocannon on top, heavy bolters on the sponsons. Angry Bird is down mid still. 368, 367, Angry Bird getting a plasma cannon on the way. Needs 25 power or so to get his Predator tank. 362, 367. NoisyElmo pushing the west side again. Takes down one generator, might take down this entire farm in fact, since he has that flamer there. Look at this though, some support I think from Toilailee. Here's a Falcon. Here's his Warlock, almost level 3 with a whole bunch of war gear. Tactical Marine is losing a model. Now he's seen it. No grenades here for him to throw in retreat, I don't think. Nope. And Rangers decapping there, it's pretty annoying. 327, 367. A triple cap for the Eldar. Tank lost a bunch of health. They do have these Banshees still. NoisyElmo with a Dreadnought on the field. Might see the assault cannon there. Scout tree taking a natural. Force Squander's back on his feet. I think the Apothecary just revived him and ran away. He's level 3. Now has that level 3 heal. Warlock is on the field for Adila with her spear, giving that close range defensive buff to nearby infantry, affecting those Howling Banshees there and those Rangers as they move away. No, he's gone for a multi-meld on NoisyElmo. Not expecting that. Very, very powerful weapon versus all targets at close range, and down go those Rangers. Wow. Feeding the wrath of the Dreadnought straight away. 282, 367. Just exploding Eldar models with each shot. Very, very good accuracy on the move. I think in fact it's 100% accuracy on the move. Very good accuracy versus all target types as well. 273, 367. Webway Gate here, pretty odd place to put it I think. Down goes that node, instant repurchase though. Predator tank allowing blue team to push east, and Stern Guard veterans with Hellfire rounds loaded in are gonna cap it. You see the Predator tank being used to run over those shields. There we go. Dreadnought killing something with a melee attack, getting that inspiration buff. 261, 367. A nice destructor late game. Scouts using the Xeno shield to protect themselves. Plasma cannon, one shot in the web brigade did it. Just got a whole bunch of XP. The Force Commander also leveling up. Purification vials. Warlock tanking it, but she can't jump away now. She has no energy. She's going to decap and then what? Retreats. There we go. Assault Marines in retreat path, but not a whole lot they can do. And here are Tactical Marines with Flamers burning down generators, which is what they love to do. Falcon with the shield energy field in tier 3 makes it into a pretty damn tough vehicle. Toilailee does not have it, but he does have a fire prism up. 261, 340, 2-ton cap for the Space Marines. Warlock being incredibly annoying. That passive leap is crazy. But he's going to be forced off here, I think. Is he? No, he's not. Trying to force that plasma cannon to do some friendly fire, I think, by pushing against those tactical marines. Now he's going to jump on the plasma cannon. Can he get a model? Bang! Look at the damage that did. Smack! Down goes one, and now runs after the tactical marines. Has taken on all comers here. Wow! Look at that special. I think that is a power melee special, you know. The weapon itself doesn't have power melee, but I think when it does his special attack, it does. 261, 314. That's what I heard in a way. It seems to be the case. Does a lot of damage to Marines. Here comes that Dreadnought. Can he get close enough to this Falcon or this Fire Prism to do damage? There's a Melter Bomb on rear armor. That is a dead Falcon. Predator tank is there just in case. And down it goes before the Melter even goes off, in fact. 261, 311. Tactical Marines with a missile launch level 3. What is this? A drop pod? Yes, it is. Reinforcing the one Marine there will also allow these guys to reinforce around it. Doesn't allow you to reinforce Terminators though, I believe, which is a bit odd. 261, 302. Banshees bashing gens. Adila taking up this entire lane, in fact. Where is Noisy then? He is pushing the east side, it's all the way over here. They have their natural. Toilailee getting a decan, looks like he's lost a bunch of his infantry. Lost that Falcon, of course, we saw. But does have that Fire Prism, which used well can be incredibly annoying. Should have got double Fire Prisms, I think. Has that disperse shot for some long range disruption and a focus shot for large targets. Dreadnought still charging around. Missile launcher tactical marines for Elmo. Also for final push, Angry Bird inside a Land Raider. Going down the west side with a Land Raider Redeemer is up. 261, 270, 2-1 for the Space Marines, pushing this east side pretty damn hard here. Don't want to overextend though. Falcon backing away. Melter Bomb goes off on it. Here's an Avatar of Cain for Illethor. Very, very powerful in combat. Also has that passive buff to allied infantry around it. Falcon lives for now. But there's that Dreadnought with that Multi-Melter going after it. Dreadnought is going to go down here, I think. Because that's a Fire Prism getting shots off. Down goes the Falcon. And I don't think Noisy even is going to bother moving it here. And he just throws the Purification Vials onto the Fire Prism out of sheer anger, I think. Just contempt for the Xenos. Predator tank level 2. Somehow that wasn't a rear armor hit from the Fire Prism. 261, 255. Warlock in retreat for Toilailee, level 3, fully kitted out. Robe, Part of Darkness, and that Merciless Witchblade. Special attack in the face of the Autarch. And she's going to need to run away here. Energy being drained. Wow, Decannon getting a big shot on his Assault Marines, taking out 2 models, I think. That was nuts. Purification Vials again. What is the cooldown on that thing? 261, 255. There's a frag grenade on the D-cannon. And retreats it. Didn't need to retreat there, I don't think. And there's another D-cannon. But I leave double D-cannons. Adila with one of his own. That's the one in retreat. And look at it. Star Avengers decapping. Blue team's natural. 261, 255. It's very close in the deciding game. The Space Marines do have a Land Raider Redeemer though, basically a mobile base, Multi-Melter on top, twin linked assault cannon and these Flamestorm cannons. on the side sponsors. And Angry Bird also has some Assault Terminators here. Unique Terminator variant for the Force Commander with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Incredibly tough and powerful against large targets in close combat. Can be overwhelmed by elite power melee infantry though. 261, 233. Bright Lance needs to back away. Even leveled up Banshees can really hurt these guys. Is this a singularity? Must be. Yes, and it drags one Terminator in. There we go. Eldar are capping each side. A really nice Wailing Doom from the Avatar. Ouch, took out two Stern Guard veterans there. But they do get away. There's an orbital bombardment. Lifting up two of the D cannons. This is how much damage this thing does to them. 261, 213. That one survives. That one is wiped out though. Wow. That was bad for the Eldar, I should say. Double Predator tanks here for final push. This one with the twin link las cannon needs to back the hell away from that Avatar. I think the Avatar will just chase it until it forces it all the way back to base here, probably. Might be able to take this one down. Fire Prism getting shots. Final push not moving it enough. And it does go down. 261, 186. We might give a las cannon to this one now, because las cannon Predators are actually pretty good versus a Fire Prism. It's just this Avatar mucking things up for them. Shotgun Scouts. Can't throw a grenade. They must have used it, or they don't have enough energy anyway. Melter Bomb on rear armor. Missile getting shots. That Fire Prism is done for. Down it goes. 261, 174. Toilailee with a third D cannon on the way, and that's the singularity. Double Rangers for Illethor still around. Another Wailing Doom. Ouch. Whatever was in there is gone. Purification Vials sorted out. I think that was a... Was that a D cannon in there? It was. It was Toilailee's D cannon. He has enough for an Eldritch Storm. And Eldritch Storms are a nightmare for Land Raiders. Such a massive vehicle target. So slow as well. 257, 174. Bright Lance getting shots. Fire Prism is there. This Land Raider's taking tons of damage while it supports all of this stuff. It does give you that health regen, a retreat point, and allows you to reinforce. It just gives you so much if you can support it well. Backs away from all of the damage and lives. Warlock is going to be forced off. Might even go down. No, the Assault Terminator's going after the Autarch here. Not trying to chase down the Fire Prism. And Angry Bird has a Librarian, so does he have gates? No, he doesn't yet. Got that to support his Assault Terminators. And look at the map here. Space Marines really powering through. Toilailee losing quite a lot. Lost at least one D cannon. I think he lost two Fire Prisms, or one Fire Prism, was it? Not sure. 257, 133. There we see advanced healing from the Apothecary. Level 5, so now has that level 5 heal. He wants Angry Bird to get his Assault Terminators out of the Land Raider. I'm not sure why he's put them in there. They can't be healed. Do they still get healing aura when they're inside the Land Raider? Not sure. It's been repaired. Whoa. Whole bunch of Marines died there for Angry Bird. Those are D cannons here. And what's this? An Avatar pushing against a whole bunch of stuff. D cannon is here as well, and a Warlock. But if he manages this tank well, the Avatar shouldn't be able to touch it. There's a big if though. Tanks don't always do what you tell them to. 257, 87. Everything retreating back to the Land Raider. Looks like NoisyElmo is going top now. Just keeping his Apothecary around for that health regen aura. 257, 79. Ethereal Slash forcing stuff off. Marines with that 2-to-1. Can they hold on here? Eldar still have a lot of killy stuff on the field. A couple of really bad singularities could change this game. Purification Vials on the D cannon. Look at the damage. 257, 66. There's a singularity. Doesn't hit anything if it even goes off. Melter Bomb on the Avatar. Missile hits. There's the Wrath of Cain. Or Cain's Wrath. What is it called? I don't know. He gets knocked back and suppressed, as do those Assault Marines, but this is a dead avatar here. Power Axe with the last hit, not quite. I think the Plasma Pistol got the last hit. Down goes the avatar either way. 257.59, what is this? Very, very sneaky Autarch. And another Land Raider Redeemer for NoisyElmo. He's floating tons of resources here. 253.59. Is he going to get some Terminators? I'm not sure why he hasn't already. There's the Providence from the Warlock of Adila. Scouts trying to be sneaky and decap, but they couldn't quite do it. Fire Prism for Adila down to half hit points. And NoisyElmo's pushing against it here. Missile Launcher gets a hit. They eat a Plasma Grenade. Don't even get knocked over somehow there. Down goes the Fire Prism. 247.59. Now everything can retreat back to the Land Raider. And where is Noisy's? Oh, it's guarding the natural. There's the double cap for the Space Marines. And Angry Bird just forced off almost everything with the Assault Terminators there. There was a whole bunch of D-cannons. And the Space Marines take it. They take this series 2-1 after losing the first game, coming back so strong, powering through in the late game as they do. Look at the bodies. Look at the commanders at the end. Level 7 Apothecary for NoisyElmo, using those vials so well again. Force on level 4, went down a couple of times but did well. Final push with his Techmarine with the Plasma Gun of all things. And Signum Armor. Warlock for Illethor, Witchblade of Kurnus, Warp Throw. Toilailee's had the Part of Darkness Champion's Robe, Merciless Witchblade build, which is incredibly annoying to fight against. And for Adila we had Kurnus, Providence and Warp Throw. Some good fights, a good back and forth on the west side before it came into the mid-late game. The Land Raider made all of the difference. They just couldn't shift this thing. I'm not sure if the Eldritch was used on it, didn't see it being used. Sure, I missed a load of stuff. But the Eldar concede at the end and the Space Marines take the series 2-1. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this faction war, and I'll see you next time.